Good afternoon. How are you today? Well, it appears that Thomas Jefferson, his report today is not terrific. We're in our mid-50s here. It's overcast. It has rained a fair amount of the day. Right now it's just kind of moist, like I'm on an island. When I've been in Ireland, there have been these short showers that left these fabulous rainbows. And I was riding a horse one day near the lakes of Killarney, and there was a slight slant in the ground. And these were big horses, and they had like dinner plates for the plates on their feet. And when they hit the ground, they made this great clop, clop, clop. And it was a little bit like, I don't know, sitting on the most fabulous beast. And we were trotting across the land, and I could look to my right and see the lakes. And there was a slight rain, and a rainbow appeared. I know, it's like Disney. It was so gorgeous. But today's not that day. But I have a couple of stories I've been trying to mentally collect that would make us share a little bit of happiness about what's going on in the world. Now, do you remember Kyrsten Sinema? Not a movie. Some might say a horror movie, but not a movie, from Arizona. And she seemed to be messing up things in several different ways. By my opinion, you may share it. And she's announced she will not run for re-election in Arizona. Hear, hear. That's good. I can hear the cheers. Down in Florida, we had a legislation down there to stop woke. It was a law restricting diversity and training in diversity. Judges declared it unconstitutional. Good work, DeSantis. Now, let's see, what else do we have? We have, I don't know what you think of Liberty University, but I've had no use for it since I had cognition. And I did notice it when I was younger. And it was an awareness of the bizarre things they said, which would be entertaining if they didn't seemingly believe the stuff they say. So there's that. And they've been found to owe $14 million in damages because what they did was this Christian school failed to disclose information about crimes on its campus. And this is, by the way, federal law requiring that. So that's sweet. Now, do you remember Kenneth Chesebro? Kenneth Chesebro was one of the defendants down in Georgia. He pleaded guilty. He's in various civil cases. And he was active in the efforts to overthrow the government. That's why he was in the Georgia case, why he pleaded guilty. But it turns out that after January 6th, he continued to fight to override the will of the people and the vote of the Congress on January 6th. And this has all been produced in documents. So we add truth to the legend of this criminal who's paying for mimicking evildoer Trump. Isn't that sweet? Wanted to have false electors decide who the president would be. Some would think that's fraud. Maybe the Supreme Court would not, because they seem to be lost somewhere in a fantasy land, motivated by politics and objectives that are entirely political, not legal or constitutional. Indeed, they overrule the Constitution, Article 14, Section 3, by saying Congress should make up the process. Congress can't agree on anything. So there's that. The Maryland Senate has a bill, legislation approving legal protections for gender-affirming care. You wouldn't think this needed to be done, but apparently it does. A country that claims to be created in the image of God has no love for anyone, notwithstanding Matthew's scripture recording what happened in the Sermon on the Mount. I say this not as being religious, but I just love the hypocrisy and the hate and discrimination of these people. And so it's nice when they get caught up short by an affirmative law that protects people against their discrimination. And now, finishing up with Representative Lauren Boebert. You may remember how she was getting into trouble and had a fist fight, I think in some bar, and it had to do with the fact she was getting a divorce. Well, you'll be glad to know that she now has a fresh start after her divorce. Now, I would not want to suggest, having handled some divorce cases in my life, that and one side or the other is difficult. But I can't imagine the coupling that would involve Boebert with anyone. So he must have been something as well, I guess. Anyhow, I'm glad she's alone. That's what she belongs. And that's the way it is. So, can we take happiness from others' misfortune? I don't see these instances that way. What I see is right-thinking laws, good public policy is being affirmed in a nation that is struggling to leave chaos behind and return to order, to denounce chaos, affirm democracy, affirm the law, affirm the Constitution. So I may have gone a little hard on Lauren because divorces are a realization that something was wrong. And in the best of circumstances, they can move on better rather than worse. So, and I'm on this road. Oh, this little white dog is chasing me. Look at this guy. Where is he? Look at that. Hi. I better watch out. They'll be on my ankles. So, here I am amidst a small pack of wolves saying that I hope to see you tomorrow. And let's just hope we get a couple of more things right tomorrow. All the best. Bye-bye.